Yeah. I've been here since 8:10. We have a minute.
Excuse me?
We have a minute. We don't want to start before they all get here.
Oh, yeah.
Where's Sam? Sam here?
Oh, we have another leak. Our whole front hall is ripped up in the ceiling.
Another leak?
Yeah, I mean, it's been drying out since last week. But someone's coming to try to finish it.
No. I was going to say I didn't know it rained.
This is when it rained 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago? Yeah. Wow. No, he's home because they're going to fix the ceiling. His ceiling leaked, so someone's going to repair it. No rush. No, it's okay. See if we have enough cups here.
The last time we fixed it, there was black mold by the time we caught it.
Black mold?
Last time. So that didn't, they just wanted to catch it. It just, the outside had to be fixed 2 weeks ago with
Is that in the front?
silicone and
Is
stuff.
the front or in the back? Yeah. Who did the design? Okay, all right, we'll line up. Okay, we'll bow in. Ready? All right, salute. Okay, first exercise. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. To the side. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, hands up. Reach down to your right, left, center. Inhale, exhale. Okay, again. To your right, to your left, center. Inhale, exhale. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. Your right, left, center. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, hands in waist. Circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1. Center. Cross knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1. Reverse. And center. Okay, next, neck. Ooh. Hands here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Back and forth. Nine, 10, 2 more. 1, 2. Center, tilt to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, and stop. Center, down, circular movements. Reverse. And center. Okay, hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, spread your feet. Turning. Two, 3, and stop. Turn, stretch it out. Switch. 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 Switch, straighten the front knee. Switch. 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 Center. Okay, shake it out. Deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, shoulder roll. Reverse. Sana. Okay, press, release, exhale, inhale. And stop, hands up. Okay, elbows and knees. Reverse. Okay, Sana, big circle. Okay, one more set. And Sana. Okay, shake it out, side to side. Okay, lift. center, insert needle. Switch. Okay, center, leg swing. And center, switch. And center, side to side. And switch. Center. Shake it out. Deep breathing. Inhale. Okay, silk grilling. Switch. Switch, open and close. Switch. Sana, preparation. Okay, lower hoop. Shoulder height. Elbows down. Lower, palms down. Extend. Okay, deep breathing, inhale. Okay, diagonal flying. Part the horse's mane. flying. Stroke down, part the horse's mane. Switch. Diagonal flying. Horse's mane. Diagonal flying. Stroke down, roll back, part the horse's mane. Okay, cloud hands. Carry tiger to the mountain. Infinity sign. Okay, form the fists. Okay, palms together, strum the lute. Okay, turn, draw the bow. Okay, fan to the back. Okay, raise the hand. Okay, palms down, deep breathing. Inhale. form. Begin preparation. side. Planting punch. Stroke down, back corner, Jade Lady work, like Jade Lady work shuttle, but it turns into beat the tiger. Right heel kick, 2 punch to the ear, parting leg, left side, turn, flip the hands over, parting leg right. Repeat the sequence. Carry tiger to the mountain. Cross arms, obliques, grass to sparrow's tail. Single whip. Hold and reverse the ball. Diagonal flying, right side, part the horse's mane. Step up, part the horse's mane. Four corners, Jade Lady work shuttle. Horse's mane, cross corner, pivot and turn, grass the sparrow's tail, single whip. Posture. Golden cockerel. Repulse the monkey. Tiger to the mountain. Hold the ball. Step up. Insert the needle, fan through the back. Form the fists. Divert, block, and punch. Step up, grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Third set of cloud hands. Strikes face. Single lotus kick. Brush knee, left push. Toe out right side. Punch down the crotch. Toe out, step up, grasp the sparrow's tail. Second downward posture. Step up to 7 style. Bow to shoot tiger. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Hold and reverse the ball. Okay, deep breathing. Work on anything?
I'm just curious about the closing at the very end.
Yeah.
When there's a rise and fall.
Yeah.
And I'm not
You close it from after reverse. Yeah, you hold the ball, diagonal flying. Shift your weight. Come in through center. Sink to the front leg. Shift your weight back. Counterbalance. Step out to the side. Shift your weight to the side. Go through your pelvis. Elbows back. Hands down. And up.
Yeah, it's that very last line
Yeah, so we go out to this, so we're here, right? Right, we step back. Is it this way? Is this what you're talking about? When you bend down and then straighten up. It's the same as when we do this. Right.
Sometimes it seems like. Yeah. That's what I'm asking. That's exactly what.
Well, you have two legs, you might as well bend twice.
There are two things there.
Yeah, so if you're phasing it in when you're here, right, you shift. So every time you shift, there's an interim position. Shift, and then you straighten the foot. Step, the knee's here, so weight is here. Shift, right? Shift. So for every action, there's a coordinated action from above and below. Yeah.
Is holding the hoop the same thing as holding the Sanchin position to make your body learn to?
Well, all holding positions are the same. Just that you could.
But the
So that the method.
is not so much here as
Well, the object is the shape. I call it the geometry position. So your Sanchin position is triangular, right? It's angular. Actually, your whole body is only can be angles.
the shape is really the answer I think I wanted.
Yeah, the shape. So everything is shapes. Everything in life is shapes. Everything on the earth is shapes. That's all it is, right? There's many things that look alike, and maybe so a triangle is a shape, a hoop is a shape.
But it's this shape, it's the shape of your body.
Yeah, that varies too. No, it's the skeletal shape.
Although my body seems to be losing its shape no matter where I am.
Well, that's the excessiveness on the outside. The skeletal structure is the same, while it's deteriorating, yeah. No, it's shaped because they're structures, you build a house, they all look somewhat different unless it's the same style because of the different shapes. Some are square, some are triangle, you add a triangle, you add an arc, you add an arch.
Body shape is the same.
Yeah, the balance is the same. So, like if you're here, that's a triangle position parallel. It's pretty symmetric. So this is a circle. It's pretty symmetric. So just, you go through life doing things that are tasks, functional tasks. You go through many shapes trying to do that task. You can't do one. You have to have, triangles, circles, and squares are in everything. You learn that in, as a child at the different schools, right? They introduce you to triangles, circles, and squares. And then you learn how to put them into holes, and then you become an expert at triangles, circles, and squares. Then you come to do Tai Chi, and you say, what's a triangle, circle, and a square? So you have to put your square peg into a round hole. And that's what a circle becomes a square, square becomes a triangle, triangle becomes a square. You have a lower hoop, middle hoop, upper hoops. But we don't see them, mainly because we sit and see everything in 2 dimensions in front of us. Once we leave that space, then we're confused. So when we do our form, it's mapped out, right? So what we're learning is direction, how to get into those directions efficiently as possible, and how do you get there, by manipulating your skeleton, shifting your weight. So 7-star, anybody know, just as a question, what 7-star represents when we go up in 7-star? I'll wait till Sonny comes out and see if, before he, yeah. It's called 7-star position, right? And then, so the question is, Sonny, what does 7-star represent in, well, maybe not everyone thinks of it this way, but what is 7-star? What's that? 7 chakras. Well, that's going into a different discipline. But what do you think 7-star? 7-star. Seven continents. Does that include Atlantis? Well, actually, it's your joints, right? You have 2 wrists, right? Your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulders, your hips, your knees, and your ankle, right? That's 6. So 1 more makes 7. You did it. Your forehead. Your forehead.
I just brushed my forehead. I didn't know it.
Yeah. Well, now you never will forget that.
Right.
What? 7-star? Oh, it's just 7 parts of the body you could potentially strike with.
What about
What?
what about
Your navel?
the navel? Right.
You're not going to strike with your navel. You'd be quite injured if you struck someone with your navel.
Oh, I see. They're all points to strike with.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you think about it, when you punch someone with your fists, it's what you create as a tool, right? Or you use your elbow, or you use your shoulder. Well, you grab someone's head and you go, boom, there's your forehead. You're not going to hit them with your nose, because then you'll hurt yourself. The forehead's pretty hard. So that's why, not that you would do it anyways, to hit someone with your forehead, but that's just a position. So when you go up, so you have your, that's just food for thought, that's all. So you want to go through the kicks again? Just go through them. So we'll start here. So there's your circle. Here's your circle. Here's your triangle. Here's your kick. So that's what we do with our bones. We can only fold and unfold them. A lot of things that we do just full of mysticism, because we think it's really such a complex thing. Try again. And we'll close. So this is, learning any of the martial art is actually a journey. Everyone's different. And so when you might ask the teacher, when am I going to get good, right? That can't be answered. So you just think of it as a currency, right? How much currency do you need? How much food do you need? Everyone's different. I can't tell you when you're hungry or when you should eat, even though the clock says it's lunchtime, it's dinner time. How much money does someone need? How much, how long does it take to be good at your job? You can't answer those questions unless it's a personal thing, right? So people that spend a lot of time at a certain thing, they obviously should get better. And this isn't something that's happening today. I saw something on Facebook from the 1930s. There was a martial artist was saying that Tai Chi teachers have not taught their students well enough, that they're all, stiff as a board and so forth. But, people come stiff as a board first. They don't they're not taught to be stiff as a board, just that they never evolved out of that. But that's not really the teacher's fault. It's really the student, right? So you get what you get out of it. More you put in, the more you get out of it. And it's a long journey. That's why it's an interest and it's a cultivation. For some people, there's tremendous benefits if they do it, a long time. And then the benefits evolve based on understanding. That's really what happens. The understanding changes as you evolve. What you take in for information today might be different tomorrow as a perception. Just like these patterns that we do. As you ingrain them, they become much more supple and gentle. Like what he was asking about Javi. He studied karate style. He asks, is this the same as this? Conceptually, it's the same if you hold the position. You can hold any position for a period of time, and your body will learn it. And, and a lot of times when you hold the position, some people that really hold positions, it's called jamjong or standing meditation. Some people, that's all they do. Do you get anything out of that? You get to learn how to release and relax. But then what happens to the geometry of position from holding positions? It evolves. What happens? It evolves. Your brain becomes active with it, and then it starts to sort out what the end goal is holding that position for. So it deletes excessiveness in the body. And that excessiveness, erroneous tension in the body, the whole premise is to let go of the tension in your joints, really. Because the joints is where it houses all the tension from the muscle or, In fact, all your, if you look at all the people that do like acupuncture or whatever, they always will, mainly put needles near the joints because they want to free up the blockages. But what are the blockages? If we're not, as novice or people that not involved with it, we don't know what those blockages are. It's an energy blockage, but what energy you're talking about? If you talk about old, the energy term that they use is in everything. Every style martial arts talk about the energy, but then, if you're not in martial arts, they still talk about energy. You go home, your parents, if they make certain soups, it's for, your energy or your this, that, because, then I asked acupuncturists, so what is qi? And they said, well, they can't answer it either. It's really difficult for them to answer because you can't see it. So they said qi is in the blood. blood, qi is in food, qi is in the air, qi is here. So what's universal on Earth is really cells. Everything is made up of cells. So, so what are we doing on that level? We're moving. If you try to get beyond that as an understanding, you'd have to study it, and even the people that study it can't even tell you what's actually happening. They're still looking for the meridians. They can't find them. The Japanese researcher, or Korean researcher actually thought he found them, but still to be determined. So, but then, in martial arts, they always talk about that energy